Have you ever heard the saying, put your money where your mouth is? Well, I will hasten to say to you, I would not do such a thing. In your best interest and mine, there is no such thing as a clean money. And today we will be discussing just that. Why is it that all money is dirty money? If that is something that you're interested in exploring, then stick around. Welcome to Money Trip JA, where we use cents to make dollars. For those who are new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to share with your friends and families. And also remember, if any value was added or you receive a new perspective, then go ahead and turn the like button blue. Now for the moment. Today we're not going to speak about the microorganisms that lives or dwells on the money that we use in our exchange. We're not going to talk about E. coli, Shigella, Enterobacteriaceae. We're not going to be discussing all of that. What we will be discussing are different aspects of dirty money. And we have quite an extensive list, but it is not exhaustive. Number one, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is slave money. And yes, you heard right. Money was used as a medium of exchange to acquire human beings who had value in exchange for money which had no value. Because of the mental conditioning of humanity in that era. This was a psychological trick. The practice can be seen as far back as in Egypt. In the early time, from time's inception, man's heart became corrupt, and then they started to fight and to war with each other. This was a similar exchange which took place in the family of Israel, causing them to be in bondage to Pharaoh. And yes, they had their deliverer from captivity, who was in the form of Moses, to bring them freedom. And we understand that money was an intricate part in them being enslaved. The exchange of currency for slave made it a way into modern era. And yes, we have the Spanish invasion, the French invasion, not to mention the British invasion. We also had the American invasion. That's just a tip of the iceberg, to name a few. Taking people from Africa, leading them into a foreign land. The Americas would also allow us to have an open understanding of the concept of slave money, in that people were considered property, and property could not own property. And in some cases, some were even considered 3/4 human. The Queen of England would also have been complicit and instrumental in destroying many countries, stealing their resources. The countries such as Jamaica, Barbados, and most other English-speaking countries. The language of a country gives an indication of the last slave money oppressor. And no, we have not forgotten China, Rome, or even the Vatican. Then we're going to move hastily along to number two. The next money that we'll be discussing is blood money, which is dirty money. And yes, many people died because they were forced to work in inhumane conditions for the benefit of the oppressor. We have history leading us back to the atrocities that were done in Africa, where we had the diamond mining, the gold mining, not to mention other countries who suffered, especially in the period of apartheid. And this is not exclusive to Africa. Other jurisdictions had their own form of blood money, the gang money, the government sanctioned blood money. So let us bear that in mind. Not to mention those in Jamaica who were forced to sacrifice themselves to build the flat bridge. Let's not forget how the oppressors also used the money to intentionally collapse Haiti's economy. Depending on where you are, you can identify blood money. Many even in the political arena of the brutality and the murders and even our gang wars. Then number 3, drugs money. And yes, we're going to be speaking about drugs money, but this is no regular drugs money. We're not talking about illegal drugs. Did you know that legal drugs kill more people than those considered illegal? If that is not a red flag, I don't know what is. The companies say it's the cost of doing business. Yes, when we speak about drugs money, we are not speaking about recreational use paraphernalias. We are making reference to the pharmaceutical companies who profit from the consumption, which leads to your demise. Remember the opioid epidemic, which was systematically created by the Sacklers family, amongst others, who have contributed to many individuals' demise for profit. You get the picture. Now let us move into money that is dirty, that you know it's dirty even before you see the money, and it is the Charitrix money. Yes, that money. This money is a type which is moved from one hand into another, and the project never gets done, never gets completed, and if completed is overrun. These are our short-term thinkers who apparently are elected to put their self-interest first. Almost every country has this type of money where officials are bribed, take the bribe, live above their means, while the people they were elected to serve suffer. Now, let us move into number 5, corruption money. This is the money that is used for things which does not benefit equality or transparency. People buying diplomatic status. We experience this a lot. People are framed by government and non-government entities for things they never even have a clue of or even did. However, no one is willing to take responsibilities for the damages done to these individuals. So that there is a part of the politics and the corruption money intermingling. Then we have a Charitrix money. People using charity to get their personal life sorted out. But in most instances, the money that is collected don't reach the people or impact the population as intended. Then we have the scam of the dirty bank money. This money that is created from debt, and it does not even exist anyways until a loan is taken out. Number 7 was the bank money. Number 6 was the Charitrix money. And number 8 is the war money. So now, war money. War money. We should be familiar with war money. This is the money that is wasted on war just for the sake of power, costing the lives of many unsuspecting youths, while the strategists are locked in rooms of safety. People fighting and don't even know why they are fighting. They are just doing it because they were told to do so. And yes, I know those who are religious and tied to denominational entities will understand this one, the church money. Yes, the church money is also dirty money, not because it comes from all the other sources of dirty money, but because the church has lost its purpose. Then we have this church money, which is the money which is given to the church and in some areas allocated for different purpose than intended. Pastors live in extravagant lifestyles while the congregation live in poverty and misery. The money comes from the dirty money and makes its way into the coffers with an alleged intention of good. This is the same money that was used to fund slavery, the same money that was looted during the times of war. And yes, we have gun money. Gun money. You may know that. Gun money, this is the money used to buy arms to destroy humanity in the name of self-defense. And one type of dirty money that many people neglect is the employment money. This is the money, this is the amount they are willing to pay you so you can give up on your dreams. And how many have bought the bait, paid the price, and died without even living? There are a lot of other dirty money that we could speak on. We could spend more time in greater excavation. If you know any other, please don't hesitate. Leave them in the comments below. In the future, we will show you how to clean those dirty money. Thanks for spending some time with us here on Money Trip JA, where we use cents to make dollars. Signing out is Dr. A. Have yourself a money-filled day.